Welcome back. As we enter the second year of Mika Amchi Yisrael, I'm reminded of how this journey began, sharing personal reflections with my family until one day these messages found their way beyond becoming a shared experience. Your attentive hearts and thoughtful engagement have transformed what started as a small exchange into something truly meaningful. Thank you for being part of this journey, for bringing these messages to life, and for embodying the indomitable spirit of Am Yisrael. In hoping to catch up with a peek into both Bereshit and Noach, we begin in Pasuk Hey Perek Bet. Ki lo himtir Hashem Elokim ala aretz va'adam ayin lo la'avod et adama. Borei olam, He didn't bring rain upon the earth because there was no man to work the field. Following creation, the earth stood in anticipation with grass yet to grow due to the absence of rain. Rashi reveals the underlying reason. Rain was withheld because there was no one to plead for it. But why did such a fundamental force as rain depend on human prayer? Couldn't Borei Olam have included rainfall in the world's natural order just with the other elements? Why does rain specifically hinge on tefillah? Reb Chaim Yosef Kaufman Shilita offers a profound insight, explaining that Chazal teach us that in times of drought, Chachamim would go out and lift their voices in tefillah, invoking Borei Olam's mercy for rain. Rain, Chazal tell us, is among the three keys that Borei Olam retained under his exclusive authority, unlocking and only when hearts reach out to him with genuine yearning, as reflected in the powerful words of Kriyat Shema, Ula avdo b'chol levavechem, u'b'chol nafshechem v'natati metar artzechem b'ito. And to serve Borei Olam with all your heart and with all your soul, referring to tefillah. And then I'll send the rain for your land in its season. Therefore, rain itself is literally intertwined with our heartfelt tefillah. Initially, grass didn't sprout because there was no one to pray for rain and no one to open the hearts to Borei Olam in sacred connection. On Shemini Atzeret, we just recited the holy Tefillat Geshem, petitioning for the precise measure of rainfall to sustain us throughout the year. The word Gashmiyut shares its root with Geshem, indicating our parnassah is bound by the cords of our tefillah. May Borei Olam answer our heartfelt tefillot for both forms of Geshem, the rain that nurtures our land, and of course the parnassah that nourishes our lives. In the second parak of Parashat Noach, V'habaim zachor unikeva mikol basar ba'u, and those that came were male and female, all the flesh came as God had commanded them. And Borei Olam then shut him in. Chazal reveal that Noach was equipped with a secret weapon, so to speak, that would allow him to rebuild the world after the flood. As we read in Tehillim, Olam chesed yibaneh, the world will be built upon kindness. Reb Mordechai Gifter Zatzal explains that Noach, confined to the floating ark for 120 days, spent his time solely performing acts of kindness for his family and the animals. This period of chesed ingrained within him the foundation upon which the post-flood world would be rebuilt, a world that can endure only through chesed. A story is told of a man from Yerushalayim who traveled to Bnei Brak to meet with Reb Shmuel Rozovsky Zatzal, the Rosh Yeshiva of Ponevezh, to discuss a prospective match, a chatan, for his daughter. And upon entering, he inquired into the young man's dedication. How many hours did he learn each day? Was he punctual? Did he actively participate in shiur and show depth? Reb Shmuel, familiar with the boy, gave the father positive responses to all his questions. And as the man prepared to leave, Reb Shmuel asked if he could pose a few questions of his own. Curious, the father agreed. Reb Shmuel then gently observed, "You asked if the young man comes on time and he's a diligent learner, but did it ever occur to you that your daughter might want to know if he's a mensch, a person of kindness?" Reb Shmuel continued, "Wouldn't it be wise to ask, does he brush his teeth? Is he considerate in the dining room, not rushing to take the biggest portion? Does he go into the kitchen to thank the staff and eat the food even if it's not to his taste without complaining? What does he do when he returns late to his sleeping roommates? If the pitcher on the table is empty, does he wait for someone else to refill it, or does he take it and fill it himself?" These are the questions a Bat Yisrael might care about. If one day your daughter prepares a meal with effort only to find her husband expressing dissatisfaction, will she truly find comfort in knowing that he is a Talmid Chacham? Will her spirit be uplifted knowing that he knows every Ketzot in Rabbi Akiva Eger, but he lacks a kind demeanor and thoughtfulness? The man, struck by Reb Shmuel's words, lowered his head in humility. He now understood the importance of seeking not only diligent, but chesed. For as Noach's story teaches, nothing in this world, especially in marriage, can truly thrive without kindness. These two parshiot, Bereshit and Noach, reveal a timeless purpose: to build a world sustained by kindness and connection with our Creator. Just as creation was held back until someone was there to reach out to Kutshu Barichu in prayer, Noach was later called to rebuild humanity upon the foundation of Chesed. Wisdom, dedication, and accomplishment, yes, they elevate us, but kindness, that's what gives our lives meaning and brings along beracha into the world. Stunningly, the Midrash Tanchuma teaches that Noach brought a sample of every seed onto the teva to preserve them, yet the Dat Zakenim tells us he left out the olive tree, knowing that it would wither if it was uprooted too long. Noach assumed he would never see this essential tree again, one that provided oil for cooking, anointing, and light. Yet, when the Yonah returned with an olive branch, Noach was astonished. If the delicate olive tree had survived, likely the other plants did as well. Why then did Borei Olam command him to gather the species? Was his labor unnecessary? Were his efforts redundant? Then Noach understood. Borei Olam's command wasn't just about survival, but it was about giving him a sacred role in creation. His work on the Teva wasn't needed to sustain life. It was instead an invitation to partner with Borei Olam in the renewal of the world. Noach's efforts, therefore, were an act of trust and a way for him to share in the unfolding of a new beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, each of us hold this power. Every small kindness, every moment of generosity builds and fortifies the world, just as Noach rebuilt after the Mabul. Imagine the transformation if we embrace this daily. A world where kindness fills every moment, where compassion overflows in our homes, where our tefillot are answered with boundless beracha as we walk in the ways of Kudsha Barichu. May Am Yisrael be inspired to build lives and communities rooted in chesed, spreading legacies of light, strength, and goodness that will echo across the generations. Amen and Shabbat Shalom and Mivorach.